we give them duffel bags from the Navy base when they leave, but they move so many times, and their things get lost in the shuffle. Other kids steal them, and so they don't have a lot of things. And those things that they get are often used. They always get used things, and that's fine. But these coats are so beautiful. They don't look like used clothes. It's not. Sometimes people just give you what doesn't sell at the garage sale. I can't even tell you when people just bring us the drags and put it out there. Well, this is for the kids. And there's stuff in it occasionally, but it just feels yucky. And there's nothing yucky about these coats when they open these bags. They are beautiful. Some in dry cleaning bags. Some have tags on them. Nice tags. I mean, you can tell they're just so gently used. And this is such a community of affluence that these are beautiful coats that from the beginning were bought. And so for our kids to have the opportunity to go in there and choose more than one thing and to dig through them, and then the pride they wear them with, it's tangible. You can feel it.
And this year it was cool because Rick and I got to, when we were unloading the truck, we got to see like, those 5 or 6 of the young men that were there, and they were like, man, look at all these coats. This is awesome. And they helped us unload the truck, with the 120 something bags of coats that we had.
Yes.
And with smiles on their faces, all of them. It was really
and it's just a visual, to see it, to be there, right? Because it's in the gym at Casa Pacifica. It's a huge room, tall ceiling, and there are dozens of wardrobe racks, that are set up. And how many hangers that are donated from the different stores and stuff. And so we've organized the coats by size, and Casa Pacifica will set up these dozens and dozens of wardrobe racks. So the kids walk into this huge room and they just go shopping. They can go to the racks that have their size and what color looks good or what style looks nice to them. It's they can go in there. It's like a department store, and they can take 2 or 3 outfits, 3 or 4 outfits, and be able to like you said, feel good about it. So that visual is just awesome.
Yes, all of those say you're valuable. We see you, the community sees you, and we haven't forsaken you, and they're no different than us. We all want to know, do you see me? Do you hear me?
care.
Yes, and to have them on racks where they can flip through them instead of a trash bag they dig through. It's those little things along the way, those nuggets, that help change their lives. Because they've just been dealt a bad hand, right? There's no doubt they've been dealt a bad hand. But they can win the game, and so every opportunity they have to engage with the community and healthy adults, they learn. They learn about philanthropy, because usually it's taught to you. You learn it in your churches and your synagogues, you learn it in your homes and your neighborhoods, and they don't understand about philanthropy. Like, why would people do this for us, Because you're valuable, because they know you're here, because we care about you. That's why. And so every time we add that into their little spirits, it helps change their lives for the better. They remember that. I mean, we are old enough now. We're 22 years old, and so we have an alumni. And at Christmas we had a party, and this year we had 91 of them came with their children. And I know, 90 adults came back. Some who came when we first opened. So these are men and women in their 30s, living there and showing their children, and they remember those kinds of things far more than they remember the tragedies in it. They remember the parties, they'll remember the coat drive, they'll remember big episodes like that in their life of love, right? So thank you. There aren't words to say thank you enough for what you do, because it's a year in the making. I know what it takes for you all, and especially Rick and Lydia, to pull this together, and now they bring in all their friends and their staff, and everybody jumps in, and it's a wonderful event.
It's been a pretty awesome 8-year run. It's or 7-year run.
From the first event that we had and collected 500 coats, and this year we and Lydia and I collected 500 coats even before the event started. Right? People who couldn't make it, and we have a donation and something we want to drop off, and can you pick it up? And so a short time later from when we started, we had more coats before the event even started than what we collected, the entire first year.
I remember the first meeting
in
your office.
And I think, back to when we selected Casa Pacifica, and I think about how we had talked about wanting to keep it local and wanting to keep it in the community. It's like all of us do so much business in the community, and this is something that we can give back to in the community in such a big way, and know how it affects those kids. It just means so much. And to see the community come out to help the community. Like, we couldn't be, talk about gratitude. You're coming out after the holidays, everyone got tons of, you know, holiday gifts and whatever. I mean, these kids, who knows if they got anything? And then they can look forward to this event year after year after year, and that's what we're hearing so much, is just the community coming out and wanting to support the community for these kids. And, you know, we have offered them the money, right? Can we just give you the money and go away? But obviously, it just is so much more to these kids, and so much more to the community, about the community being able to come out and help other people in the community. And it doesn't matter, like, can we bring, you know, a hat? Yeah, just bring something, you know, and people would go shopping, or they not go shopping, but the things that you guys would sort and fold and find, I mean, everything was beautiful.
And how many people come up and say, you know, we're happy to do it because it's going to a good cause? You know, you hear it probably 100 times when you're out there collecting the coats and loading them up and doing all that stuff. Everybody comes up and says, oh, we're doing it for a good cause. We know it's a good cause.
Well, because you guys have done such an extraordinary job of blanketing the community. I remember the first year, and you had the signs up, and I called like, oh my gosh, there's a sign about Casa Pacifica in my neighborhood. I didn't know we're gonna know. I was so excited. Look, it says us. Because before, it's like on the other side of the hill, and people up here would be like, what is that? That Mexican restaurant? No. They were like, what is that? Now, I go, you know, the coats. And they're like, oh, the coats.
Well, that's the great thing too, is really trying to create that awareness within the community for the organization and the good things that this organization does in our immediate community. Kind of ties back to why we originally thought about Casa Pacifica. So that's what I get excited about, is that it raises the awareness of Casa Pacifica within our community, this side of the hill.
Absolutely. And how did the coat drive theme come about? I mean, how did that?
You know, I think we just said we wanted to do something, and I don't know if we might have contacted you or something, honestly.
Well, we had, I think in the first meeting, we had like 3 or 4 different charities that we talked about or looked at, and we were talking about maybe a food drive or a clothing drive or something, and then you guys kind of reiterated, well, let's do something where it's going to stay local, where it's going to be, you know, in the community. We don't want us to do something that's going to, you know, it's going to go to LA, or it's going to go somewhere we don't have any, you know, we don't really have any say, so it gets kind of lost.
There were a couple of other organizations exactly that we were looking at that were more, you know, national in scope, and so we really sort of started bringing the focus down, you know, locally, and we wanted to do it shortly after the holidays, sort of in that January time period. It's getting kind of chilly, and so we decided on the winter clothing.
Yeah,
I remember we talked.
Specificity of it. I mean, I just think it's just because you think coat drive, Casa coat drive.
Right, they are definitely hand in hand.
Yeah.
And that is what's very cool. Hey, Molly, come join us. So Molly just joined us.